just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the owls. People very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem. The owls are not what they seem. The owls, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. King, happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the owls.
Immediately, I remembered, because I'm a devotee, a follower of Socrates, I remembered Socrates' daemonium, his divine sign that spoke to him. And all of this was starting to say, something else is going on here that doesn't fall cleanly into the two automatic categories of madness or demonic encounter, where people have, there's a whole continuum of where people have full-blown encounters like this to very, very things where they just have a felt presence of something behind their left shoulder and getting into what I think is going on behind that. And so
happy, the owls are not what they seem, the owls.
Hope and your donations. I hope and your donations. Thanks, somebody. Where's the train? Ups, can you find the train? I can't find the train. There's too many brandings loaded. We've overloaded. There it is.
I've been wanting to record a skit that I haven't done, so I'm going to perform it as a rehearsal now. It goes like this. Whoa! You know, cause you know, because if we accentuate what's going on our insides when we're experiencing the deep psychological programming, it's comical. Programming. It's comical.
Deep psychological programming.
Yeah, it's supernormal stimuli. You're familiar as a person in academia with the concept, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, stimuli, and us being us scientist folks, we can Beauregard strawberry it down into the essence of the essence of the essence of the stimuli, and that's super normal. Like, you have to have resistance to mind control to not be suckered into it. And
Yeah. No, that makes me think of like these ash line surveys where it's like if you get people together in a group and they you can get people to say that two lines that are clearly a very different length are the same length, because if this need
they'd rather not be an outcast.
Don't want to be an outcast. That's it. That's a real thing. It's a beautiful space. I think people are really full of heart and full of hope, which I think is unusual in the United States right now. And they're coming together in a way that, I'm giving away the plot here, but people are coming together here in a way that they don't come together almost anywhere else. And then they're finding ways to come together in real life too. I think it's huge. I think it's transformative. I think it's going to change the world. I'm on a soapbox now. I don't know.
Well, that was great. That was great. That was Clara and Buddy. Looking at Joe on that beautiful note. Held together by hope and your donations. Mainly hope these days, am I right? This is the Make Owls What They Seem Again stream. Mautza. Give me a Mautza head. All right, quick, go to the branding thing. We can make one. It'll be great. It's for February 24th with the PSYOP Defense Zone of Proximal Influence on the thumbnail. All of those things, the Mautza and that there, all to be delivered on, because it's never ever clickbait, baby. Remember, Embody.
There is no agency. We want
what's best. And mind control. We'll get to it in the thumbnail delivery, but just so you know, unlike most other places on the internet, here you can have a savings throw against it. Here's how that works. In the corner has been swamped with a
mind control.
Savings throws for mind control. So this is how bad I have failed. Savings
I understand you have respect for serious play. Yes, I have a ritual with my channel where, like reminding fish that they're in water, I remind people that there's a lot of mind control out there, even if you just consider advertising.
So this is how bad I have failed.
I give you a savings throw against the mind control I use against you. So A, you know I'm using it against you, and if it works, I get more points. And B, you get the chance to resist. You base your resistance on your choice between your will to survive, your social networks, your accumulated wisdom, or the power of your heart.
Mind control will continue in a moment.
Did you get that? Howdy ups? Did you get that? Did you tune it out because it sounds like commercial? You pick, I roll 10 or higher half damage, survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Ooh, survivalist. All you need is the hive mind chat bonus because you got the +8. Well, you got 8 already on the die. Power of 8. Did anybody look up that lady yet? Pair of 8, 16 for the socialist. There's a lot of socialist stuff coming, I guess. Lovers of wisdom. Not much of that here. Here's some deuce for you. Deuce for you. Heart, folks. Paris chakras, 14. Half damage to the mind control. It won't get through to you, that means, I guess. And Indigo Kids, pairing it up with Parachakras 14 as well today. Isn't that great? Ezra, are you getting in here?
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
We all know that there is no agency. Any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
As you can see from my view of this stream, I've enabled some fancy pants start Q&A button. Start Q&A button. I don't know how that works, but I have this tab now. I can see questions. Specified as questions instead of the top chat or the live chat. I can look at your questions somehow. It might cost you money. I don't know. It's YouTube.
We all know that there is no agency. Any living.
Literally just do that, bro.
What's reality? I don't know. When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas. Maybe that's...
I'm not a cat.
Yes, Freedom's Lunch. We finally have a graduate. We finally have a graduate. Hey, how about that? All right, I don't want to do this. I didn't want to do this. I specifically did a thing yesterday with Ezra so that I wouldn't have to do this. He's being too scared to come in here and explain to you all what happened to that, meaning that there was not this there is this today. Because, there he is. There he is. Explain yourself, sir. Why do I have to work today?
Sorry. My bad.
Let the people know what happened to that video that some of them saw yesterday.
It was deleted. Because I didn't want it out there with what I felt was my mistake of playing a very intense video. That's it.
So let me get this straight. You thought those Kanye clips associated with you was too inappropriate for the world?
Yeah, I guess so. I just watched a movie and saw a dude talking about mind control a bunch, and I was like, this is funny that he's using only this term and not explaining anything beyond just saying it over and over again. So I thought,
and then it turns out those clips said horrible things, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well. But that might not have been enough to make me work anyway. But what happened was, it turns out that today of all days is the day that Dale Cooper arrived in Twin Peaks to begin his investigation of the murder of Laura Palmer.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't either, but thankfully, our friends over at True Stream Media posted about it to remind us all. And as such, I can't not. And here, therefore, then, is the official and full version of Love People Very Just King, I think is what it's called. Here, share this tab instead. No, presenter invite.
People very just
we've lost Grizz, looks like.
I've had to reset StreamYards like twice today. This is terrible.
just king. Happy many down, many Jack King from right. Just new king big, great can new happy. The owls are not what they seem. The owls, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big just king. Happy many down, many Jack King from right. Just new king big, great can new happy. The owls are not what they seem. The owls are not what they seem. The owls, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. King, happy, many down, many jack, king from right, just new king, big. Great can new happy, the owls are not what they seem, the owls. People buried just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. King, happy, many down, many jack, king from right, just new king, big, great, can you happy, the owls are not what they seem.
See, it's got that banger close, but now Chad has got us all programmed to expect a snuff film. Isn't that odd? One of the things that motivated me to stream today was what I guess was the homeroom. But the way he's releasing, I can't even tell anymore. But our good friend over there, Pastor Paul Vanderklaes, is having some boomer moments. One of which he's like, the channel ain't doing so good, boys. The channel ain't doing so good. I must be changes to the algorithm. And I'm like, man, are you sure it's not because they released the Epstein files and you wanted to talk about the history of Iran? You think that might have not been it?
At me of something that I've watched recently is like, you're going to watch this again? You're going to watch this again? You're going to watch this now? And again, on the last video, I said, you've got sort of three. Now this varies because I've noticed that algo is moving these pages around. It's trying to judge, what are you going to watch? Can I get you to click on a short? Will you look at a long form thing? And so, whereas before there was one video that showed basically what the algorithm gave us a couple of years ago was usually 9, depending on the size of your screen, sort of 9 or 12 long form videos, 16 by 9 aspect videos out there that you saw right away. So a thumb.
Yeah, I'm not watching down here if I don't see, like, if I look at the screen where it shows you doing this, I can also see where it's like the microphone has this big in the cat. So maybe unmuting yourself and guessing at what I'm saying would be a more effective way of indicating to me that I've been muted. But meanwhile, check the Hive Mind comments and grab all the corns because those people get +2 to next stream save. Yeah. That mother. And I gotta reset StreamYard again. And it's mainly because they keep showing me this notification of how shit's broken with their streaming to X. And that pop-up notification throws everything
Imagine
out.
a world where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms, he dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
Now, see, if it's addressed to Embody, then you can put it up there. If it's like him saying hello to Zachary, that's kind of private. Discernment. Hello, friends. You see that? And the donation ones you got to hold up and leave up for amount of time So everybody else feels left out for not being a person that donated. But as I was showing my intent here, this is what it gives me: Vice President Foxman, Asmongold, Vanderclips, and then crap. Speak anyway. Ooh, look, they built that. That's so good. Anyway, when you do get these shorts here, if you're one of the loyal desktop people, they have this button, and you're like, no. And then it does that. And if you do that and you're a premium YouTube subscriber, you're sending a very important social signal through the power of your desktop browser. It might even be part of your zone of proximal influence.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
And brought to us by the Blue Church card of the show, and or that was the Blue Church part of the show. It's like, where's Christ? Have you seen him? I don't know. I hear a lot of denomination stuff, but that Jesus guy, they're casting out demons, none of that. Blue Church card of the show is the King of Diamonds. And now by the power of this fella Ethan spent apparently a lot of hours working on something, and here's 4 minutes in.
Section 1. The beginning. A philosopher friend of mine who lives blocks from the separate sites where George Floyd and Renee Good experienced their final, excruciating moments on this planet we call home, sent me a New York Times article early on the morning of January 18th.
Somebody, probably Weeks, that lives in the epicenter, as if you were doing rituals and the stuff happened around you, sent him a thing from the New York Times. But I find what's most questionable about this is, are those pants too tight? What do you think, Ezra?
It's hard to say from this angle, I guess. I mean,
You're so wishy-washy, man. Are they too tight or not?
I mean, I don't think so.
Journalism was the third major I declared in
I don't think so. I can see wrinkles.
the longest
I mean,
major I ever held, though I graduated with a different one and also went double major for a while. I couldn't resist multi-classing. The first was...
I like that shout out and paper drop all in one there. That's Ethan. It's probably good. He spent a lot of time on it, at least, you know.
LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard.
That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Casino deck card of the show. The Ace of Spades. Inverted. Well, as you may or may not know, the last 2 weeks have been a part of a Bender when Bender met Fry. when Bender met Fry, and we've come to the end of Bender, and right after probably one of the most successful videos this channel has ever produced, and multi-classing. So the thing of it is, we have to order a cat tree. That's part of this. Hold the crowd, Ezra. You got this.
Hold the crowd. Do you think Minnesota has main character syndrome?
Does the spear point of an invasion in a war have a main character syndrome, or is it the spear point of an invasion?
I think of it more like if you're in the Truman Show and the entire show has been centered around you in an artificial and inorganic way. Do you have main character syndrome if you realize that you're Truman?
Like that you're living on the shores of the Normandy at the wrong time of year, in the wrong year.
And you think, and you're like, this is all about me. Look.
I think there's greater susceptibility to that level of delusion. For sure. Let's see if we can find a good cat tree. Are you zoomed in? Yes. Jeez. All right, here we go. That one, that's not bad. That's not a bad one. Okay, that's their featured one. I got categories here. We got large cat trees. This one's on sale. Oh, stay tuned. I'll do it before end of day.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, your hair it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one, dude. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother? Andrew Jack.
All right, let's see what the Juxtex has to say about this show. Oh, look at that. The King of Diamonds. Now, think of it this. Ezra, have you heard of this Pokemon Go?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you know that there was a game before it called Ingress?
No.
Okay, so the guy who made Pokemon Go, it's a company called Niantic, right? He comes from like the Defense Department somehow, maybe the CIA, maybe whatever. And he makes this game that's basically geocaching as an internet event, right? So like now somewhere out there in reality, they map it to the game world so that the structures in reality, you go there with your phone and you can play the game there. Yeah, that's where you play the game. And this defense industry guy, the thing that turns out to be portals in the game or later on like Pokemon hotspots are things like Masonic lodges, post offices, and as a category, any expressions of human culture, like statues in the park or murals painted on walls, any cultural expression are all now targeted. I mean, and they have the people that are playing this game go to those places and say, this should be a portal, bro. Look how cool it is for all this stuff. And so they turn everybody playing the game, Ingress, into agents. And they tell you you're agents. They give you the choice between working for the Enlightenment or the Resistance. And the subplot is there's this other dimension that's interlaced with our own, through which these shapers are ingressing. And if you're resisting that, then you're one team. And if you're like, but it's better than the ones we have here already, locked in here with us, the ones on the outside are better. So we're the Enlightenment. We're gonna help them get in, right? So now all over the world you have these now if you take over a place and want to erase its culture, what's a really convenient list of locations to have? But as an aside, and then once we had the mapping of physical space to the system like that, we have these little furry creatures invade, right? And everybody in their house, if they take their phone and look all around their house, then that we have that in the system, but they get to see the little cartoons in their house. Isn't that neat? Isn't that fun? So anyway, you go to these different places, and while you're there playing the game, sometimes thought forms can come from these portals and enter you, and like, say you're some like really depressed, suicidal guy, and you like make an agreement with the thing that entered you that it could have eventual control over your life in reality in exchange for you not having to deal with any of that shit anymore. Like, you handle it, alternate personality. I'm gonna be in the corner reading my book or whatever. And there comes a point in that arrangement when you have to cede more and more control of, like, more autonomy of the control, and sometimes that means changes to the behaviors people have come to expect from the entity you're riding around in. And so, as it turns out, this cat tree we're gonna buy, it's the famous Waffles tree, the Waffles cat tree, and it's because a person, a Shadow Cabal member associated with Waffles, it says like, bro, I'm going on Lent, so I'm not gonna be around. Hear this, and that's enough to get me through Lent also, which gives me the opportunity to make changes in the routine structure of time management of an individual, and that's what that segment was about. I need time to find something, so we're jumping to the 33rd minute of Mr. Tight Pants over here. Let's see what he has for us. Share this tab instead.
Is it really a surprise that individuals who feel depressed and oppressed would lash out? Is it really a surprise that people from depressive and oppressive nations join in the swindle of fraud and fake business regardless of how the government-funded programs originated. As a man who hunts in the American Midwest, I know what happens when you back an animal into a corner. There are brass tacks to years of shooting guns and taking the lives of countless waterfowl and woodland creatures. I also know the feeling of lowering your gun and just marveling at the creature who has won today's fight with beauty, swooning away to live another day.
That sounds exciting. Was it exciting?
You could probably jump to the 99th minute too.
Oh, let's not. Let's not.
It was 3 hours.
It is. I said he spent a long time on it. But guess what? I have to refresh StreamYard again.
Ducks eat bread.
They do. They like it.
Ducks eat bread.
They do. They like it.
Ducks eat bread.
They do. They like it.
All right, just a second. I print screen, do this here, and then just so everybody can see. I'm going to be tweeting this at StreamYards later. But this is why I keep having to reset StreamYards. This is what I'm getting over here when I tried to change the scenes and whatnot. Okay. But anyway, here. Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. We have I tried to get it to write a campfire song, but the important thing is I've consulted with their grok about finding a state park well suited for observing the alignment. Where's the part where we break down which one? Here. As far as the Greater Regional Aggression Protocol goes, I wanted to do less than 13 regions, and here are the suggestions. The bioregional, there's 12 regions, which is disciples, and it's these ones here: the Marine West Coast Forest, the Northwestern Forested Mountains, so dividing the nation by these regions, including the Ozark-Ouachita Appalachian Forests, and then the thing would do if I like that one. It also offered. What were the other ways? Cultural nations, from Colin Woodward's American Nations, where it's the Yankeedom, New Netherlands, the Midlands, the Tidewall. Though that's 11 ways to divide it. There's the FEMA 10, because then you're already working with people that are going to be working against. I mean, when the live gate flips, you're already aligned with the structures that handle real aggression events. If we do the FEMA 10. Or a flexible one that it made up, or by practical drive time, population balance. So we have the different ways to address the regional of the region. Of what is
What's
this?
going on with the
Oh, this was showing the whole time instead of this. So,
Yeah, I couldn't figure
but
out.
I couldn't tell because my screen looks like this.
Okay.
So, anyway, we have a nice regional breakdown here. What do you think with regards to how we should handle the regional aggression? How should we region?
Didn't you originally say it was by like court districts or something?
Yeah, that was the map I had just deleted from the thing. I was going to use, but I think they only have 9.
Okay.
So I think 12 is probably better. What do you think we'll get? Like maybe 3 people willing to look into starting up an estuary campfire potluck.
We should be able to do at least 3.
I think the thing is we have to set them off all on the same day, and February 28th is obviously way too soon. So let's go, what, 4 or 5 months out from now? No, pick one. 4 or you guys in the comments too. We're gonna do 13, 12, whatever regions, 12 to 13 regions, possible events. Which region are you in? And are you willing to look into the state part? We're at the research phase. You don't have to commit to running the estuary thing, but let us know what locations in your region are primed for the estuary potluck aggression. Let's make this LARP year something different. I mean, John gets to play with Hermes. Let's step up our game, right? Cyprus, that card of the show, is the 10 of clubs, and then we have to deliver on the thumbnail still. Son of a... All right. And now I can't... another... Here, play a branding. A long 20-second, 30... Just something. This is how I steer. This is me chasing this net, you know? Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is me chasing this net, you know? All right, thanks for being here, Ezra. Now, would you go away? Because it'll be easier for me to do this part if you're not in the studio.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, this part. So, as you can see there, that's me teaching a class on PSYOP defense. I've actually been approached for such a thing. And the way I would go about doing it is that you need to break open for people that there is the layer cake, and that their entire background reality has been constructed to facilitate and reinforce their position in the layer cake, and then that anything that is designed to pull you away from your zone of proximal influence is essentially disempowering to you, because your efficacy zone is your zone of proximal influence. But the thing that makes it different in our time than in the other time is that we have the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon and the zone of proximal influence afforded by the mass trance hypnosis to the screens called the the internet, they called it. It's not entertainment, it's internet. And because of that, and the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, for example, there may have been a person that watches this little tiny, like maybe 200 views, at least some of, like, you know, he watches the ones that get over 1,000 maybe. But there's somebody who watches this show who knows a guy who knows a guy, and tried for a second to connect me with somebody you'd be surprised. Like, not as surprised as Peugeot was that I had his brother on, but it's just the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing is real, and it really puts a weird spin on the zone of proximal influence. But like the amount of investment and lottery involved in playing at this zone of trying to use the internet to increase your zone of proximal influence, it's not a game for somebody with a family and kids to raise, because it's just way more there's a much greater efficacy in outcome to operate at the anyway. So that's and I could develop a course, but man, it's who knows. Meanwhile, here that was a Grimgriz stream. Make the owls what they seem again. Mouza!